What's up, y'all? It's the Young Avell here, back at it with another video. Hope you guys are doing well. So today we're going to talk about how retention can directly affect your masculine frame. Now, masculine frame is basically just as it sounds, your personal frame of masculinity that's felt by other people. And I'm telling you guys, you should get familiar with who you are within this frame, like behaving that coming from this frame as you interact with the world, because don't be this guy. And this is from, I'm gonna give you a little bit of story time, right? Don't be this guy. I was talking to a girl a while back, and she was telling me about how one guy that was interested in her was saying that he would be hurt if he found out that she was talking to me. And they weren't even together. She's not trying to really, she's not looking for anything serious. They're not boyfriend and girlfriend or anything like that. At the time, her and I had already stopped talking because we had a conversation about, if you want space, for sure, like, go do your thing. I'm not putting no pressure on you to still chill with me. And the reason I was able to do that is because I was holding frame. That is the masculine frame, right? The other gentleman was not, right? In her eyes. In her eyes, he was not. So, what ends up happening? You guys can take a guess from there. She ends up coming back to me and tells me these things, and I'm just like, no shade to the other gentleman. I'll never throw shade on another guy. It just shows me of like how not to be. Don't be that guy, and that's why I'm sharing this with you guys now. Don't be that guy that loses frame in your interactions with women, because you can lose frame like this. And when it comes to frame is all about leverage. The more that you show things in your behavior and your words that showcase you losing frame, the leverage slides a little bit more into her direction. Leverage slides a little bit more into her direction, slides a little bit more into her direction, until she's either running the whole dynamic and you're following behind her, or she's not interested in you anymore. So you do not want to be that guy. Now, by me holding frame, and here's a key point, not being afraid to walk away, that's huge. That's part of holding frame. By me holding frame and not being afraid to walk away and still coming from a place of abundance mindset, like in my last video, check it out if you haven't already, it allowed her, that was the mindset that won out, because she ended up coming back, and we still, we're doing our thing, we're still hanging out. And, it just showed me like masculine frame and staying on your purpose, for me, is the thing that won out. Because the reason I was able to stay in frame and not be afraid to walk away is because I have other things going for myself. I have other things that are on my mind. I have other things that are taking my focus, that allow me to really just be like, hey, if you don't enjoy what's going on in this program, please feel free to go. I'm not going to hold you. I'm not going to feel some type of way. Like, I'll be fine. You'll be fine. And coming from that space is like, it just gave her the room in her mind that she needed for her to relax, and it's so funny how human nature works. She ended up wanting to hang out with me a lot more as a result of that. And it's so funny how human nature is, where it's like you ask for that space, and then once you get that space, you just come right back and then want to spend more time. So that's the power of holding your masculine frame. And I want you guys to be as armed as possible when you're dealing with women in the world, when you're dealing with people in general in the world, because there's a lot of pitfalls and traps that people are unaware of when it comes to dealing with other people. You know, especially men and women. You know, when it comes to securing a partner, maintaining a partner, talking to other women, just learning how to communicate that way in general. There are a lot of things that you might miss out on, and a lot of, I would say, skill sets that you need to harness in order to be successful. And masculine frame is one of those things. So do not be that guy that is pouring his feelings out to someone that you are not even in a relationship with. Don't be that guy, because she's going to end up going to the next guy and just being like, man, I'm so glad you are not like the other energy that I was just around. You know, I see women all the time that are just happy with the fact that, you know, I portray and give off a masculine energy, and they tell me like it's so refreshing to be around that. You know, whether I'm intimate with them or not, they just, even in our interactions, I'm able to give that off, and they tell me how refreshing it is, which goes to show me. And keep in mind, these girls are getting courted or talked to, hollered at by a lot of guys, you know, because that's just the way the sexual marketplace is right now. And for them to say that, you know, a single interaction with me is refreshing goes to show me that a lot of guys are not putting their best foot forward when it comes to maintaining frame in their interactions, which is why I want to share this with you guys. So remember, holding your masculine frame has a lot to do with staying on your purpose, not being afraid to walk away, having having things going for yourself. You know, do things that interest you, like have some things that are going for you that are outside of women, because you can always fall back on that. And the fact that you're not afraid to walk away means that you have that power, and they don't really have anything that can sway you like that. So it's important for you guys to maintain that frame. So that's really all I wanted to share with you guys today. I want you guys to really get a handle on masculine frame. I did a few videos on it before. I'll post it up here and you guys can check them out, because it's just another tool set that you need to keep in your arsenal that's going to help you to be successful, not only with women, but in your everyday life. So with that being said, if you guys got anything from this video, be sure to share, like, comment, and subscribe. The energy is about to build, so may we rise with it. And like I always say, guys, remember, until next time, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection. Don't let me go when I call.